The break from the World Cup is over. It is football season. The time for Premier League football is back. The time for La Liga is back. The time for Champions League is back. Whatever club that you follow, whatever club you support, whichever league you watch, it is time for football to restart once again. And if you're an Arsenal fan like me, you're going to be really excited about this season because you know what? Just a reminder, we are the champions, the Premier League champions. We're going to be defending our title. And looking at the squad, looking at how we are stacked up within the position, looking at the rest of the clubs, they're going through some sort of transition or the other. Manchester City, new coach. Chelsea, new coach. Liverpool, new coach. Tottenham, not a new coach, but he took over just 2 months before the end of the last season, 1 or 2 months. And then you also have Manchester United, Michael Carrick, not a new coach yet again, but he wasn't there for the entirety of the last season. But also remember, this will be Manchester United back in Champions League after a long time. So they'll not just be competing on the domestic side; they will have European football to contend with as well. So looking at all of this and looking at some of the numbers that I've been seeing from Opta and God knows what other different supercomputers that people use for making predictions, they're all favoring Arsenal right now, which isn't necessarily always a good thing. But right now the odds are in our favor. Right now things look good for us, and hopefully by the time the season starts, we would have also reinforced well. I'm looking especially at the defense. Unfortunately, our rock solid pairing of Big Gab and Saliba is not going to be there for a considerable amount of time. Saliba picked up a back injury in the World Cup, and he's not going to be there for a significant amount of time for the season. So you need someone, strong in there. You need some sort of strong presence in there to match with Gabby and to hold the fort down, to help Raya be one of the best goalkeepers in the league, to help Arsenal maintain that defensive fortress that we have built over the last couple of seasons. We're so I mean, hands down, we are going to miss Saliba. We have to accept it. We are going to miss him. The stats also point towards a very unfortunate stat, in fact, that we only win 40% of the time when Saliba is not there. That's not really a stat that we should, that's a stat we should be concerned about, that we should be worried about. And I'm pretty sure Mikel Arteta and, the boys up in the boardroom, the Kronks, they're also pretty, concerned about it. You have all these transfer rumors for going around. Apparently, we are looking at Konsa and Kwanzaa, both Konsa with a K and Kwanzaa with a Q, as replacements for Saliba. I actually like the idea of Konsa. I think he's a good player. I think he's versatile as well. He can slot into the center. He can go on the side as well. So I think he could be a good addition to firm up the defense. What I am happy about is that you have an established Premier League player who you've gotten from Newcastle. So you have Gumares added to our midfield to make that midfield super strong. I am really happy about that midfield. The one area that I'm concerned about, other than the defense with Saliba being injured, it is our front, it is our attack. If we get a regular season out of Kai, if we get a good season out of Gyökeres, who will definitely, I'm pretty sure he will improve upon his outing from last season. But if we have that competitiveness between those two, then your striker position might be good. Throw in Jesus, who could also be used in rotation if he's also fit. Then you have a good three options to play around. But you need able wingers on both sides to complement this kind of strike attack. And right now we've sold Trossard. We've gotten a Greek guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But other than that, Saka alone cannot manage on that left. Madueke will not have a full season of being able to ably fill in the shoes of Saka. Martinelli has unfortunately been for the last few seasons hit or miss throughout the season. So he'll have good phases and then he have phases where he just drops off. So and Trossard for me was fantastic. I think, but I predicted this prior to when last season ended, that given the age, given other circumstances, I think Arsenal would want to get what they can for him. And I think Trossard probably wanted some new surroundings as well. So that had to happen, but we really needed to get someone up in there. That said, I'm still very, very, I'm still very confident about this Arsenal side. I think they're stacked. I think they're cohesive. They're well, knit between themselves. They're well gelled. Arteta is probably high on confidence. I think he has his aims on going one better on the Champions League. I think for this season, our aim should be defending that title. We need to win back-to-back Premier Leagues. That needs to be done. And this season is a good opportunity to do that. City in transition, Chelsea in transition, Liverpool in transition. Those are your three biggest threats at the start of the season, at least, when it comes to clubs who could potentially be, going for the title, who have something there to go for the title. Because Chelsea are going to have a good season. Alonso is a great manager. I think they're packed with talent. They just need to find a way to make all of them click for the entirety of the season. Maresca is a good manager. He will get inherit a squad that Guardiola made a monster out of. So, it won't take him long to figure things out within that squad. Um, and he has been part of the City setup before, so if I'm not mistaken. So, and then you have Liverpool. Less than the other two, but they also have lots of talent. They have a great manager at the helm now, and I think they will strive for the Premier League also. So I think first and foremost, first target for this season again should be winning that Premier League title. We need to get two back-to-back titles to really establish this squad, to really cement the status of the squad. And this squad has all that capability, has all those ingredients. So why not? So for me, that's job number one for the entirety of the season. But first and foremost, we have the Community Shield tomorrow. And as Joker has rightly said, a match with Manchester City is not a friendly. Even if it's just the Community Shield, players are going for it. Arsenal are going for it. They're going to get that Community Shield, and after that, we're going to aim and get that Premier League title. So I'm really excited about the season. I'm really excited about the match tomorrow. It's going to be a 50-50 match. Of course, it's the Community Shield. It's the first somewhat competitive game before the season truly starts next weekend. But good luck to the boys. Good luck to the Gunners. Let's hope we can win the Community Shield. We're more than that. I hope we have a really good start to the season, and I hope, we go ahead and make sure the Premier League title stays with us. So all the best to the Gunners. All the best to the Gooners watching, and let's see how it goes.